The long-awaited release of rain finally arrived, and with it came the cooler temperatures we'd all desired after the sweltering spell of heat here in the UK. We switched paddling pools for rainy puddles. That is for all of a few days until we picked right back up where we left off. I'm Grace and my husband of 4 years is Oliver, but mostly these days we are known as Mama and Dada by our little boys, Elliot who is 2 years old and Jasper who is 1. I want to dedicate today's vlog to my dad, but more on that after I fill you in on what's been going on the last few weeks here. We celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary on the 18th of this month with a lovely meal out, just the 2 of us. Jasper has continued to work on his walking and is now well and truly off on his feet with the help of his very first pair of fitted Clark shoes, a 4.5F. Who's on there? Paw Patrol! Pants! Shall I get them out? Do you want to have a look?
Oh wow, Paw Patrol pants!
Potty training has also been going really well with Elliot as we go into our first month of having a potty trained toddler. We've been potty training Elliot for around a month now, and I realised that I hadn't really chatted to you properly in like a little vlog, and I thought I would just let you know like how everything is going and how it all started, because originally I'll strip it back completely to basics. Like, I always wanted to start potty training Elliot this summer when he was 2 years old. But if you're a long time subscriber of mine, you might already know I don't speak about it that much anymore because I do want to like respect his privacy and stuff. But in the same strength I've said before, it might help other people that Elliot had a lot of ongoing tummy troubles when he was a little bit younger, which was why I then decided that I was going to wait and see if his tummy got better before I went on the potty training journey with him. So basically his tummy has been, touch wood, a lot better. We didn't change anything, it was just time. So it makes me think that it maybe was, he was basically diagnosed with undiagnosed toddler's diarrhea, which was what the paediatrician that we saw said. And when you read about toddler's diarrhea, there's not really very much information as to the cause of it and like when it will stop. But it seems like it was that, which is just a really frustrating thing because there's no rhyme or reason to why it happens. So he had a little bit of that for like a while. But anyway, that was why I didn't want to do potty training, because it was quite a frightening idea, like thinking about potty training a toddler that had tummy troubles sometimes. But anyway, around a month ago now, it was a Thursday evening, and we'd noticed that Elliot's nappies were getting, like, even though we changed them quite frequently, they were getting quite heavy and wet. And one evening just after dinner, he had a full nappy on, because he'd obviously had it on for a couple of hours that afternoon or whatever, and he was like pushing the nappy off. He did not want this nappy on, and I could see that the nappy was really bothering him. And I was like, do you want your nappy off, kind of thing? Like, I was like, do you want to go and sit on the potty? And like, he nodded, and we were like, okay. This was the first time that he'd kind of been uncomfortable in a nappy, and so Oliver took him upstairs. He did a wee on the potty for the first time, and it was definitely a sign to us to take his kind of lead and go from there. Now, it would not have been the week that I chose to potty train him, like, even like with all of that, what I just said aside, because Oliver's dad came back from Australia that week, and then later on, like a few days later, we knew we had a wedding that we were going to. So I never would have specifically chosen that week to start, but Elliot did. And I kind of thought, right, he has taken the sign, like he is signalling to us that he is ready to start potty training. and we just took it from there really. And I think I might, let me know in the comments, do you want to hear like a more in detail version? Because I'll try and keep this short because I've already been talking for like 3 minutes. But basically we've not followed any like potty training like training tips. I've kind of just done it off of what I felt was right with Elliot, which I think might like resonate with a lot of other mums. Like, it is always important to go with what your children kind of signal. But yeah, we've not followed anything. I didn't even, because it came out of nowhere, I hadn't even done like any research, because normally I like to read into things. But I haven't like bought a potty training book or anything. I roughly looked at the Oh Crap potty training method and I loosely followed a bit of that. So if you do want to hear more in detail, leave me a comment and I will chat about it in a completely separate video. So he just went from strength to strength with it, and he did really well. And I always hear that potty training boys is really stressful and really hard, and I was dreading it, especially because of his tummy troubles. And he just did really well. Originally I thought, okay, so we went with it, and I've not put nappies on him at all in the day since the start of the potty training. Obviously there's been accidents and stuff, but he's done really, really well. I'm so amazed at how quickly he seemed to pick it up. And it's just going from, like I say, he's doing better and better at it, which is so promising. And then even at the wedding, it was Oliver's aunt's wedding, we bought a porta potty, the My Carry potty, which was amazing. We love that. We love taking it out. It's really good. So yeah, I'll talk about that if you want me to in a separate video. And he didn't even have an accident at the wedding, and he had only been potty trained just over a week. So I was so impressed at how well he'd done. He's had 3 consecutive dry nights, and we're just a month into it. We are putting him in nappies still for naps and bedtime, just in case, because he's always been a good sleeper, and I don't want like him to have an accident in the middle of the night and it like disturb his sleep yet. So I'm so impressed at how well he's doing, and yeah, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And I think that is because I've taken his kind of prompt to do it when he was ready. A lot of people are like, oh, that's quite young for a boy. I don't really know what's young and what's not, but yeah, he's doing so well. So yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in like in this video, because I promised to talk about it in the last vlog. I really hope you've been enjoying this like new style of vlog. I'm really enjoying making them. So yeah, let's carry on with the vlog now. With the summer season coming to its end soon, and as the boys are both growing bigger by the day, I've been sorting through heaps of their clothing. There were boxes and boxes of clothes from 6 to 12 months that no longer fit either of the boys, so I've spent a lot of time recently sorting through all of them. Washing it all, putting them into piles of what to sell and what to give to charity, taking pictures of the items we're selling on, and packing what's already been sold, and then sending them all. It's been keeping me rather busy on top of all the other things right now. But as we all know, every little penny helps out at the minute, so I don't mind doing it. And it helps pay towards some of the boys' new season clothing. Jasper. Good boy. Come out to see my dad on his last day in his salon. It's a lovely morning, it's really warm already. It's about probably like 20 degrees already, and it's quite early. We were up like at the crack of dawn. Normally we wouldn't have been here this early. The Rochester Castle's just behind me. We used to come out to Rochester all the time before we had the children, but it's just a bit of an effort now, really. See my dad in his shop for the last time with the boys. Oh, gotta go. Where are you going? After 34 years in business, the cutting crew closed its doors to the public for the very last time on the 27th of August 2022. I may not have been around to see the shop open, but I couldn't let the opportunity slip to say one last goodbye myself. Plus, I wanted to take the children in there on Grandpa's last day in his shop too. I think there is something to be said for having something so steady in your life all these years. When you're a child, you just see it as your consistent family unit. But as you grow up yourself, you begin to realise that behind the foundations of consistency are many important factors. As a child, I was occasionally exposed to both my parents in their workplaces over the years. Dad at his chair cutting hair, and Mum at an office desk. That was something reliable in all our lives for such a long time, and it provided for us, and my dad's shop in particular has been a very consistent place all these years. I have memories here not just with my dad, but memories of my grandparents who would sometimes take me in there to see Dad at work in the salon when the Rochester Sweeps or Dickens Festival were on. My dad is a dedicated family man through and through, and I've always admired his balance for work and life, something he's always got perfectly right. It was and is something I want to strive towards, working hard enough to support my family, but also always being around for them when they need me. Seeing the shop on its last day was a bit like visiting a poorly relative in hospital. It was still just the same as it always had been, but somehow it wasn't like the memories I had in my head of its former glory days. I'm so grateful to have always had two very hard-working parents to look up to. And with the cutting crew now being closed, it really did feel like the end of an era.